All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm starting off the video announcing the fact that with the Drift CTS-V, I have joined on with the BC Racing drivers program. So I'll be running BC Racing DS coilovers on the car. These just arrived today. I want to give a special shout out to Cody at BC Racing for believing in our program and letting us be a part of the BC Racing drivers program. So these literally just came a few minutes ago. They're the DS series coilovers for the CTS-V or CTS, either or. Crack it open. We got a bunch of BC stickers. A little air freshener in there too. BC Racing t-shirt, so I can replace the BC Racing t-shirt I've been wearing for the last 10 years. And then we have the whole spec card, it looks like here. So we have the whole build. Basically that we went with the DS series coilovers and we went with the 14K front spring and a 12K rear spring. That's what I've run different variations of the springs on the black car. I've done 12K front, 14K rear, and it felt good. But then when I switched the last time I put coilovers on the car, I switched to a 14K front and a 12K rear, and it felt way better. The car feels more controlled when I've done like donuts and stuff like that. I've never really drifted the car, but we're gonna run the 14K, 12K and see how that feels on track. Otherwise, it basically shows who it was assembled by. It was a custom build by BC, so pretty hype on that. And then we have just some other instruction cards and things like that, product warranty, and some more BC stickers. So front coilovers on a CTS-V, you guys know the top hat is all built in to the upper control arm structure. So for the front coilovers, you don't have like the pillow ball top hats or things like that that you might see on the Japanese cars. So you have a large spring. This is the 14K spring, and then you have the shock body. Now, one way to tell the DS's from the BRs is the DS's have that silver shock body, whereas the DRs have a more basic black shock body that a lot of the other street series coilovers will have. And then you have what looks like a poly bushing down here and a nice thick mount plate to go on the lower control arm. So we got that for the front. We have our wrench kit for any adjustments we may need to make for ride height. And then the rears on the CTS's are split. It's a shock and spring setup, kind of similar to like the BMWs and whatnot. So for that, we have an individual shock and then an individual spring with the height adjuster. So for the shocks, you know, you set your preload and whatnot, and then you use your spring to set your actual height. So we have our rear shock, again, DS, silver body, silver shock body, and it looks just like a stock shock for the V, other than the adjustability. So you would adjust your preload, and what your height gets adjusted on the spring, your preload gets adjusted here, your shock travel. Chelsea Denofa has a lot of really good videos on how to set that up, because like I said, it is similar to the BMWs. Then we have our spring, standard spring, and our height adjuster, lock collar. This will sit top side up on the in the spring bucket on the car. So this will fit perfectly on the upper rubber piece on the top of your spring bucket. And then you have your 12K spring right here. That'll sit down on the lower isolator in the bucket, and then this guy will sit right on top, and this is how you will do your height adjustments. And then we also have these little boxes here. I'm not quite sure what is in the boxes. Thinking maybe damper adjustments. We'll find out. Oh, nice. So we have a little BC Racing coilover keychain. This is neat. Packaging is fantastic. But let's see if I can get this out. Coilover keychain. It's pretty neat. And it's like an actual strut. So that is basically the unboxing of these coilovers. Next, what we're going to move into is installing them on the car. And you guys have heard me mention a ton of times about how I have my tow arms and whatnot for the car, and I've been waiting until these got here to install all that stuff at once, and then we'll have to take the car to get aligned, and then we'll be pretty much good on the suspension front. So shout out to BC Racing for allowing me to be a part of the drivers program. I'm looking forward to running these. I know a lot of my friends, Chris, Kenrick, they were the two that basically said go with BCDSs, and I'm glad I listened. I'm sure I'll be, once I experience it, I'm sure I'll really be glad that I listened, and excited to run these things on the car this season. So we're out here, we have the whole kit completely unboxed. So we have our rear shocks, rear springs, rear height adjusters, and then we have our fronts. And like I mentioned, you know, you got that silver shock body, threaded body of the DS shocks. And yeah, I mean, the whole kit looks fantastic. We got our little keychain over here, and then we got our shirt, our stickers, and all that jazz. So I just want to extend another massive thank you to Cody and BC Racing for being there for the drifters and supporting the drifting community, and you know, allowing drivers like myself to be a part of the BC Racing drivers program. So I'm excited to get these things on. Upcoming video very soon. I'm gonna try and find some time this weekend to install these things, so you guys will see it soon, but I just wanted to hop on and make a quick video, basically to say thanks to BC Racing and show you guys what I've been waiting for a while now, and how excited I am to finally have a good set of coilovers. My whole thought process was to buy the best that I can from the start and never look back. So I'm pretty hyped. It's just another thing that makes me even more excited to finally drive this car on track. It is driving me nuts, and I cannot wait. Once the sun goes down a little bit, we're gonna take some cool shots for Instagram, and you know, follow me down below on Instagram. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.